What's up, folks? Rocky Lee, man. Yo, I just wanted to give a short talk about Jeongyeon. I'm actually a fan of hers. Um, I was like, how do I phrase this? Because I'm a fan of Twice in general. Everyone knows Jihyo's my goat, man. But I went to the Orlando concert recently, and Jeongyeon really stood out to me, right? And I was like, man, like she is great. Her stage presence, her dancing, but it was really her persona. You know, everyone knows when Momo starts dancing, it's crazy, right? Jeongyeon, I don't think I have to, you know, everyone knows the dancing is not the same as Momo's, but there's still something about her just jumping and just kind of being herself that's very captivating. It was fun to watch her. On top of that, her live voice or the track voice, whatever I heard, was powerful in person. And it sounded more powerful being there at the concert than it does when I listen to her actual songs. That being said, when I listen to her actual songs or her actual parts, in my opinion, she actually has the best voice in terms of transmitting an emotion that makes me want to cry. For example, Jihyo, very powerful voice. She does translate the emotion. It doesn't trigger the aspect of me that makes me want to tear up, though. That doesn't really happen. So these are very powerful voices that shouldn't be compared as better or worse than or that. I'm just speaking, just being clear. They're all great. There's a reason why the nine of them in a group is what makes them so special, in my opinion. Even when one or two is missed, you definitely feel the difference or see the difference. So yeah, I think Jeongyeon has this voice that really, really hits you deep, and it's like, oh my gosh, I feel emotional right now, which is exactly what I heard at the concert. Recently, she's been getting a lot of praise. I don't know if it's my algorithm or the way I was interacting with Twitter. So you guys can let me know at this point in the video if I'm wrong, because I'm a new Twice fan in the last 2.5 years. I'm sharing my stuff and I want to learn too, and I am learning. When I look at like UA and Signal, Signal's not pulled up right now because I've already watched that before this video. Jin Young got it. This is She does these stuff, and I feel like in the older videos, she had a different energy. And I wonder if you went to a Twice concert like 10 years ago, if you saw that energy, and hypothetically, was she maintaining this energy throughout the concerts? But either way, she is in a happy place right now, and I feel like that's part of the magic. I'm really happy for her. I hope that she stays in this happy place. If she's always been in a happy place, even better, right? If this has been a consistent performance, even better. I just happen to follow her journey, and I'm sticking to the topics that matter as far as this video goes, which is her being happy. That's ultimately what matters. And she is special, and she's a great performer, and she's a great singer. I only got to see her one time, and that one time is extremely memorable, and I'm glad. If you can only see somebody one time, you hope that it's like at their best. Some of the other girls look tired. I'm not gonna call names out, but them girls look tired, and I actually don't think it's their fault. When I say that, that tour was epic. We had an ankle injury, we had a back injury. Obviously, Father Time is doing its job, is doing what it's known for. Additionally, they're just booked. I always read it how they need to get a rest. I always read it. So I saw it, man. I'm like, oh, these girls are fatigued, some of them. I'm gonna tell you who was not fatigued. Jihyo. That's my and Jeongyeon. Obviously, that's what I'm talking about. The amount of energy that Jihyo brings is insane. It's constant. It's actually sad that she is so great and so consistent. I didn't make a 4-minute video on her. Jihyo, and I didn't know how to start off this video because I wanted to talk about Jeongyeon. Jihyo is my bias. She is my favorite, despite whose shirt I got on. It's because I love them all. So it's whoever I feel like wearing, representing today. Today was a Jeongyeon video. So Jihyo is so consistent that when she did her thing, I wasn't too impressed. It was like, there's my goat doing exactly what I expected her to do. Good. And I started paying attention to what other girls got, and obviously Jeongyeon got my attention because I didn't expect that part from her. That's why I made this video, because when I was watching this, I was like, I should have expected that part. Why didn't I? You know what I mean? I feel like when I think about Feel Special, a lot of songs I like, Feel Special. There's a couple recently where she's always in a car. Like, Jeongyeon's always in her car. She's more cool and collected. So I just haven't seen that fun side in her modern videos. And I don't know how that affects modern performances. But anyways, she did Takedown. Her and Jihyo did Takedown. And that's when I was like, yo, Jeongyeon's not playing any games. What? And she really knew how to work the crowd, man. Again, I'm sorry, Jihyo. I knew you could work the crowd. You're that favorite child that always does the right thing. You always show up, and mommy and dad don't acknowledge you because we know that you're great. Everybody knows that you're great. There's nothing else to say. So you keep being a perfect student, and if you want my attention, you have to actually mess up. I'm like, Jihyo, what happened? What happened? And she goes, you've been a Twice fan for how long, and you have made how many Jihyo videos? None. How many Jeongyeon videos are there? One. That's more than Jihyo. So anyways, that's it. It's kind of in jest. I know sometimes fans can be toxic. I'm just here to share my passion and what I've learned, and I look forward to whatever you guys got to say. Peace.